Good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to study new chapter, that is transaction. In transaction unit we have to learn different things like transaction concept, transaction state, concurrent execution, serializability, recoverability, implementation of isolation, transaction definition in SQL, testing for serializability. Okay, first of all, we have to know the transaction concept. Here, the transaction is a unit of program execution that access and possibly updates various data items. We know data is unseparated part of programming. Before starting concept, I introduce what is transaction. Transaction is a logical unit of work that represent real world event of any organization or an enterprise, whereas concurrent transaction execution. In computer science, we have set of instructions, right? And it's simply called a program. We have to execute it. This execute logic is called transactions. It means we have set of instruction, we have to execute it. This process is known as transaction. Okay, then the example of transaction, we are going to look the example of transaction. Here transaction here program to transfer $50 from account A to account B. Then what are the different instructions? Read A. Second one is A is equals to A minus 50. That means from account A we debit 50. Then write A. Again read B. After writing we read the second account B, users account B. Then we next instruction is B is equals to B plus 50. That means 50 is credited, addition means credit there, and now last is write B. Means what happen exactly? First a user a user account, in that we have to read data is there, that is amount is there. In next step we decrement the account and update by using write instruction. After that we read second user account and credit B plus 50. Plus means credit, we credit 50. Then last is write means we update the balance. Clear? Two main issues to deal with: failure of various kinds such as hardware failure and system crashes. First failure is due to hardware failure and system crashes, and second one is concurrent execution of multiple transactions. Many problems or issues occur while transaction of program. In in C, in C, if in CS either instruction execute completely or does not execute at all. Instruction is atomic in nature. As we know, in computer science, computer system, instruction execute completely or does not execute at all. Instruction is atomic in nature. In CS, we can partially execute program but can't execute partially instruction in this program. Now look at our program example. Here if start executing and occur failure, then operating system say okay, but we can't explain to user why amount is not debited. Clear? Then in database there should be a proper operation. The operation should be atomic. Next is atomicity requirement. As I explain you, the all transactions should be, all steps are should be proper. If the transaction fall after step 3 and before step 6, money will be lost loading to the inconsistent database state. Failure could be due to software or hardware. As I explained, if any, in fifth look at the program. Here the first is read, second is a is equals to a minus 50, third is write a, four is read b, fifth is b plus 50, and sixth is write b. If when we start to study scenario according to database, okay, we can't say to user half work is done, right? If I start executing the program in fifth step, we have to credit the amount, but there if we got the failure there, then not possible to complete operation. This should not be happen. That's why our execution should be atomicity. Durability requirement: once the user has been noticed that the transaction has completed, that is the transfer of the $50 has taken place, the updates to the database by the transaction must be persist even if there are software or hardware failure. As we know, after transaction we got the message, this updation should be there. Example of fund transfer. Transaction to transfer, again same program to transfer $50 from account A to account B. First instruction is read A, second is A is equals to A minus 50, third one is write A, fourth one is read B, fifth one is B is equals to B plus 50, and sixth one is write B. Consistency requirement in above example. The sum of A and B is unchanged by the execution of transaction. In general consistency requirement include first one is explicitly specified integrity constants such as primary keys and foreign keys. Implicit integrity constants, example है sum of balance of all accounts minus sum of loan amount must equals value of cash in hand. As we know, consistency is required. We got the final result, we want the final value. The transaction must see a consistent database. During transaction execution, the database may be temporarily inconsistent. When the transaction completes successfully, the database must be consistent. Transaction logic can load in inconsistency. Example of funds transfer isolation requirement. If between step 3 and 6, that means in between write A to write B, another transaction T2 is allowed to access the partially updated database. If we got the failure in between the step 3 and 6, then another transaction T2 is allowed to access the partially updated database. It will see the inconsistent database. The sum A plus B will be less than the should be T1 and T1 then should be okay. Then T1 is read A, second instruction is A is equals to A minus 50, third is write A, fourth is read B, fifth is B plus 50, and sixth one is write B. T2 is read A, read B, print A plus B is there. Clear? We get the sum A plus B. It must be less than T1. Isolation can be ensured trivially by running transactions seriously, that is one after other. Example of fund transfer isolation. Clear? Everybody, if you got the problem in 3 and 6, problem not problem, it's failure. Clear? ACID properties. A transaction is a unit of program execution that accesses and possibly updates various data items. To preserve the integrity of data, the database system must ensure. That means most of the time while execution of the program, it accesses and possibly updates various data. In program there is a data, they access the data and upload it. Okay, then atomicity. Either all operations of transaction are properly reflected in database or none are. Atomicity means all transactions should be proper. Consistency. Execution of a transaction in isolation preserves the consistency of the database. Isolation. Although multiple transactions may execute concurrently, each transaction must be aware of other concurrently executing transaction. Intermediate transaction result must be hidden from other concurrently executed transactions. In isolation, there is multiple transactions are executed, but every transaction should know or aware of second executing transaction, but intermediate transaction result should be hidden. That is, for every pair of transaction T1 and Tj, it appears to T1 that either Tj finished execution before Ti started or Tj started execution after Tj finished. Durability. After a transaction completes successfully, the changes it has made to database persist even if there are system failure. In durability, they said that after a successful transaction, the changes which made it's debited or credited. What is the after this operation? Final value should be updated in database if there are system failure. Also, active. The initial state, the transaction stays in this state while it is executing. Partially committed. After the final statement has been executed, partially committed means what? After the final statement has been executed. Failed. After the discovery that normal execution cannot no longer proceed. If there no all instructions are executed, then we got the fail state. Ab- Aborted. After the transaction has been rolled back and the database restored to its state prior to the start of the transaction. Two options after it has been aborted. Restart the transaction can be done only if no internal logical error kill the transaction. If transaction is aborted, we there is only two options. First one is restart the transaction. We can restart the transaction again, but there is condition is no internal logical error. There is no internal logical error. And second is kill the transaction. Committed. After successful completion transaction state condition active. He in upper side partially committed, in lower side fail, committed and aborted. Active status goes to partially committed, and in another side it is failed or partially committed. Partially committed state is going towards the fail. Fail condition is declared as a aborted, or partially committed state is also going to be committed. If we solve the problem or avoid the failure after completion of partially committed, we get the final result, that is committed. This is the very basic and most important thing. As we discuss active state, partially committed state, failed state, aborted and committed. In active state, we know the initial state, the transaction says is this state while it is executing. Execution while after starting the execution we get the active state. Then it goes towards the partially committed. After the final statement has been executed, we got the partially committed. And fail we got after the discovery that normal execution can no longer proceed. If the process is got stopped, we got the failure, then it get fail or partially committed. Next is aborted. After the transaction has been rolled back, the database restored to its state prior to the start to the transaction to option after it has been aborted. There is two ways. First one is restart the transaction, but there is one condition: there is no longer logic error, and otherwise we can kill the transaction. And committed means after successful completion we got the committed. According to database, it is meaningless. You execute some instruction and you sum don't sum. Either you have to execute all instructions completely or you don't execute at all. It means we have to execute all operation in one process. Partial operation should not be there because it is a database. Now you are going to understand transaction is also a process, but it must always be atomic in nature. Either all instructions partially participating to transaction execute or it does not execute, because a partially execute database does not make any logic. Concurrent executions. Multiple transactions are allowed to run concurrently in the system. Advantages are increased processor and disk utilization, leading to better transaction throughput. Example: one transaction can be using the CPU while another is reading from the or writing to the disk. Reduce average response time for transaction. Short transaction need not wait behind long one. Clear? In concurrent execution, in a multiple user system, multiple users can access and use the same database at one time, which is known as the concurrent execution of database. Everyone should know what is concurrent execution. Means multiple users can access the same database. In it means that the same database is executed simultaneously on a multiple user system by different users. While working on a database transaction, there occurs the requirement of using the database by multiple users for performing different operations, and in that case concurrent execution of database is performed. The thing is that the simultaneous execution that is performed should done in the interleave manner and no operation should affect the other execution.